Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Another beautiful day here in the state of Kansas. I am at the new property getting a lot of work done, or I was getting work done. I am done now. All of this here, I have mowed like 4 times this year, and it's just been growing crazy. It's a ditch weed, man. Ditch weed is all over the place. Look at that. This entire part of this, I can focus that there. All of this mowed stuff was all ditch weed. That's probably a 1/4 acre that I mowed. I mowed that because, well, I have a storage shed coming. Originally I wanted to get a storage shed instead of a camper to live in while we were out here, but the camper was more reasonable at the time for where we're going. See this hat? This is a pretty neat hat, huh? It's windy out here, so I had to get it all tightened up. So I've got a 12 by 20 storage shed coming. That's great. Anyways, over here today, I got this buried. You might have seen that in the drone footage. That is a 325 gallon IBC tote. The reason why I'm doing that is because our house won't be done in time to be living in for about a month and a half to 2 months while I need to be here in this new location. And so while our house will be on location, flooring won't be in, trim won't be done, the garage won't be built, the front porch won't be done. And so we're gonna be living in our camper up here, which it kind of sucks because we have 3 cats and 2 dogs and a kid. It's gonna be tight. That's why we got the storage shed. We're gonna actually put an AC unit in there and give the cats and probably the dogs a nice little cool place to stay. Have a door so they can get in and out, but it won't be in the shed or in the camper. But anyways, I did bury an IBC tote, which I know is not a proper septic tank, but it's temporary because I don't want to bring up everything just to go dump the black tank, and I don't want to necessarily dump black tank contents right on the top of the soil. I've dug a hole. Actually, that's where this was at before. I dug a hole there and I just drained it after we camped. But I don't want there to be an open hole where my child can jump into and fall and have it full of poo or something, along with the dogs and the cats and that kind of stuff. So I got a hole dug. A 325 gallon tank is in there. And I'm going to take it down to the house in a minute. The concrete for the walls is in place. And on the other home, they are actually putting forms out to pour in 2 days. So they poured this last week. It has been curing. They got a couple more things to do. The middle beam, concrete, I don't even know what you want to call it, the footer beam. That needs to be poured, but I can't pour that yet until we know where the rough plumbing is exactly going to be at. So let's go ahead and we'll get down there and check it out. All right, guys, so now we are in the basement of the new house. It is very windy, so I apologize if that is coming across there. But look at this. This is going to echo here in a second because it is concrete walls, of course. So this company, I've become friends with the owner. He's a very good guy. He told me more about concrete before this than I ever knew. And I've done some concrete work and not a whole lot. See, a lot of people used to use 8-foot forms. And then people wanted like 8'5" walls, and then they wanted a taller basement. And we have 9-foot ceilings, or 9-foot walls and 9-foot tall ceilings in our house. So we wanted to carry that over with it. And so he uses 10-foot forms, and while it is 10 foot from the bottom to the top, they leave like 6 inches. So like it's 9.5 feet from the bottom to the top. And then of course he uses 10-foot forms, so we still get that 9 foot from where the slab is. So from this point here up is 9 feet, which is nice. I hope I'm explaining that correctly. But that'll still give me a nice deep ceiling in my basement, because a lot of basements are not that tall, it seems like. And when they're finished out, you have to drop the ceiling down to get underneath ducting and everything. And this is a good example of that right there. That is where the I-beam will come, and that is 2x6s stacked on top of, or 2x8 stacked on top of each other, and then there is a 8x6 opening for an I-beam that goes all the way over. Okay, the I-beam comes all the way over here to approximately that wall right there. Then from this wall to that joint right there is going to be a marriage window. This big opening right here, I don't know, this is a 30 by 20, I think it is. That's going to be my gun room. Well, it is not going to be a concrete wall right here, as my home builder planned it out to be. It is going to be a very significant, very heavy-duty wall, which is going to be nice. So breaking in will be a little tougher than some people think, but it's going to be pretty cool to have that workshop, that gun room area, to keep the firearms safe and to load ammunition, to store ammunition, that kind of stuff. This all right here is going to be open living area, and then actually about right here will be the staircase. This is bedroom 4 and bedroom number 5 with a full-size egress window, which is nice because not all houses have nice full egress windows in their non-code bedrooms. So I will have those, of course, and they'll be able to get out, whoever it is. So once it's built up and everything, it'll be nice and perfect. And those are 2x10s. So this is a 2x10 wall. These are 10-inch concrete walls. We wanted to go 12-inch, but that's a little excessive, we find. I think anyways, to be for concrete, the extra cost. I know it's getting long already, but this will be a nice walkout. There'll be a window. There'll actually be a fireplace right here, a wood-burning fireplace, a window, a double door, like a French door, another window, and then I'll go carry on. All right, so all of this area right here, beyond the wall that will exist right here, is all going to be a nice big slab. And it's like 28 feet from this wall right here is going to exist. So this wall out is 28 feet, I believe. And it'll all be concrete, a good little gathering place, a good place for barbecuing and smoking food and that. Of course, we'll have a nice big deck that comes over. Of course, my finger is not being the appropriate pointer for the distances, but it will be a nice little place to accommodate it. So this wall is more proud out. They're actually, both walls are the same distance out. This one just comes out at a straighter angle, while this one is more flat. And the reason why it's more flat is to accommodate a couple of things. If I can get it here. Right about there is where the laundry room exit door will be. There'll be a back door right there, and then next to it, about 6 foot over, is going to be the room or the door for the garage. I'm going to have a sidewalk that comes over. This will all be backfilled, of course. It's going to come over with a nice set of stairs that come down right in this vicinity. It's going to kind of meet this wall's pattern. Not quite, but it'll kind of be a nice big slab like that. And then it'll come down right here and meet up with a giant slab. And if you were here, you could tell maybe this is the corner. That wall sticks out just a little bit further out. Same length wall, but it's just the angles of them. Kind kind of hard to tell. Doesn't look like it from the drone footage, but it is a little bit longer. It's 1 meter, and that's going to help me build those stairs. All right, so on house number 2. This is probably the only video I can do on this house, unless my friends say it's okay. But this is the garage footings. They poured those about 3 weeks before they did mine, which was fine. Had some rain up here. Similar size house, different layout, of course. This is the walls. All the forms are up there. You can see that line right about there. That'll be a 9'6" thereabouts pour. They use these different forms because people, they want a deeper basement wall, and if you have to use a smaller form and fill it right at the top, you don't have anywhere to play. So you go to the larger form, you can do more with it, which is kind of cool. But they've already got their rough plumbing in over here. They had more chances to check out or to figure out where they wanted it as to where we didn't. There's gonna be like a little coffee bar, coffee nook. There'll be a sink and a little like a dinette area right here. When I was talking about a center beam, concrete beam, this is what I was talking about in mine. It's not in my basement yet. The footings are in the ground. It is not trenched though. The rebar is not drilled into it yet, but it will be very soon. So this is very cool to see this, because I was just out here a couple of weeks ago and all they had was the footings poured. But they've backfilled. They got their rough plumbing in, all of their pipe for their PV or for their electrical and their water well is in, while mine is not. So that's why the center is poured, because that's their water's going to come up from the front and down and across. And I tell you what, guys, the guy we have doing this concrete work has some of the best guys ever. They just work so well together. They don't question anything. They just know what the hell they are doing. And he's offered us a job. And I might do it afterwards. I don't know. But these are the anchors that go through. There's rebar through right now, and then they will put the other forms out. So these little slots here. If you guys don't know concrete work, this is what happens. So there's little slots here. They put these anchors. I can't think of the name of them exactly, but they go through there. There's rebar that's wrapped through, or not rebar, but some kind of solid steel pipe that goes through. And of course, this is sitting on the other side. And then over here, this wall, this form, this is the rough side. This is the smooth side. This right here will meet up right there, and we'll go through a little slot, and then I'll come over here with rebar on the other side, or whatever the steel pipe they use. They'll run that through and they'll tie it together, and then everything will be straight, and they'll pour straight through it. And this is what helps reinforce the walls, rather than running rebar all the way down. So this right here. This right here will kick out from the basement. Well, that's gonna be their safe room. They're gonna have it completely encapsulated in concrete. I opted not to do that because that was costly, close to like $8,000 to $10,000 more. Not a big deal. Some people have their preferences. I'm not that big of a stickler for a safe room, but it'll be approximately 8 by 28, which is pretty cool. Another little kicker stem wall here. This is kind of like a dead man-ish, because this wall is so large. So we go on this side, I didn't even have it yet. Let's see. Somewhere around here, I can show you what these connect to. Obviously on the inside. Here's the solid steel pipe. It's not even a solid steel pipe, it's just a solid steel rod. and they'll come back. When everything's poured, they'll just snip all of these, and this rod will fall off and they'll reuse them. Hence the reason why they've got a truck with forms and these rods on there. Now, I don't know the proper verbiage for them, but you know, it is what it is. A similar size house, I think there's like 100 square foot difference, and I think for the most part the square footage difference in this house versus mine is literally this little coffee nut bar thing, which it mirrors up top also. Similar sized walkout. There's a little bit wider, I believe, but shorter. Mine is more narrow but longer. So 22, I think 22 to 25 foot long or deep walkout with concrete versus my 28. So it's pretty cool, all these forms and everything. So anyways, that's a quick update on the property. I know this video is getting long. It is what it is. It's part of it. So much going on with all this stuff. Half the time I don't even know where to start, guys. So until the next video that I post up, keep calm and carry on.